A flex alert is in place for the entire state of California. Residents and businesses are asking customers to conserve energy through 10 o'clock tonight as we deal with another heat wave and record temperatures. As ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz explains why some simply can't comply.
For American Ice Company in El Cajon, cutting back on electricity isn't really an option.
We can't, because the demand is still there.
Even Thomas says the company is already taking a hit from the pandemic, and with every heat wave, they're also hit with a massive power bill.
Last month was $34,000. We do pay about $1,000 more just running it from 2 to 6, but we just can't. I mean, if we turn off our freezer, ice is gonna melt. It's just too hot outside.
Flex alerts are often issued during heat waves to reduce strain on the power grid. Thomas says while he understands that, it just doesn't work for his business.
They tell you, we'll help you make the payment plan, but I have to pay it off. If it keeps going at this rate, you could catch up, but it's gonna take you a while. And I can't charge my customer more for ice because I'm busy that weekend.
Meanwhile, Accurate Pool and Spa Service is thriving through the heat wave and the pandemic.
During COVID, business has been pretty darn good. Didn't really miss a beat.
While business is doing well, their biggest challenge is simply staying cool.
I try to hydrate. We have a pool at the house that I swim in daily. Seems to be a little hotter and hotter each year.
Jennifer De La Cruz, ABC 10 News.
San Diego County is experiencing record temperatures for the second day in a row now, and ABC 10 News meteorologist Angelica Campos is tracking those numbers. Angelica, did we break any records today?
Yes, we broke multiple records around the county, so the list is actually a little bit longer than yesterday. So let's take a look at the numbers. In San Diego, we made it to 97 degrees. The previous record was 93, so we shattered that record. We also broke records in Poway, Escondido, and La Mesa. We tied the record of 100. In Oceanside, 99 degrees, breaking the record of 93. El Cajon also tying the record of 103. Chula Vista breaking the record of 90 degrees by 1 degree. That's all we need, 1 degree to break that record. And right now, the temperatures are still very uncomfortable around the county. Dangerous heat is expected to continue into tomorrow. Right now, 99 degrees in Poway, only dropping about 6 degrees or so. In Homo, 96, 86 in La Jolla, and temperatures even close to 90 degrees in Carlsbad at this hour. I will show you what to expect for tomorrow. We're going to see minor changes for tomorrow, so be ready for another hot day.
All right, thanks, Angelica. And you can keep track of the hot weather by downloading our free mobile app. Just go to the App Store and search ABC 10 News.
Today marks 3 years since a gunman opened fire on a concert in Las Vegas, killing 60 people. Our ABC 10 News reporter Leah Pizzetti shows us how survivors are continuing to find closure years later.
It happened quickly.
Over time, you change as a person, but it's different when you change in like split seconds.
But for survivors of the Route 91 concert in Las Vegas, these moments will stay with them forever.
Just seeing orange. I couldn't see anything. And my friend said, "Chelsea, your face."
Chelsea ROMO, a mom of 2, was shot in the eye. Tiffany Weezer.
So I've had like plastic surgery, so the scars don't look as like what they were.
Her elbow, hand, and stomach. She was just 18 at the time.
It definitely made me grow up super fast because I was now dealing with things not normal 18-year-olds were dealing with. So when my friends would say like, "Hey, let's go to the movies tonight, let's go bowling," it was like I automatically knew I couldn't do that.
3 years later, and the fight has not stopped. After 7 surgeries and a prosthetic eye, Chelsea can finally start to process.
I was going through so many surgeries and having so much at the time of the first and second that it kind of kept my mind so busy and so focused on that. And I tried so hard like not to feel. But this year I feel it a lot more.
Tiffany says the news one day before the anniversary has been a step toward closure. An $800 million settlement to be paid to the victims has been reached.
It feels different because there's like a little bit of weight lifted off my shoulder because everything's like been finalized.
And while there's still a road toward healing for both, October 1st will always be a day of remembrance.
This is the time we come together and we remember and we love on each other and we just think about the people that are not here now.
Leah Pizzetti, ABC 10 News.
The previous total of lives lost that day was 58, but since then, 2 more people have died because of their injuries from the shooting. So today, Nevada's governor included those 2 in the total, meaning 60 people were killed in the Las Vegas shooting.
Now to the latest on the coronavirus in San Diego County. 305 new cases were reported today, bringing the total to 47,485. 11 of those cases are connected to the outbreak at San Diego State. And there were 9 new deaths, bringing that total to 792. Several San Diego City Council members and staff are under quarantine tonight after an employee tested positive for COVID after this week's meeting. It's unclear exactly who that employee is, but everyone who was inside the chambers may have been exposed.
I will now call the City Council meeting of Tuesday, September 29, 2020 to order.
This is video of last Tuesday's San Diego City Council meeting. You can see members Monica Montgomery, Chris Cate, Scott Sherman, and Vivian Moreno, plus other staff. Everyone there that day is now being asked to quarantine and get tested because of possible exposure to coronavirus.
You never want to receive a call like that, and it can be shocking, but I think we just have to be responsible and not fearful.
Councilmember Montgomery released a statement Wednesday after finding out and says she isn't experiencing any symptoms.
It was a wake-up call for me, no matter what, to follow the guidelines, because we just don't know.
The other 5 council members and the mayor were not physically present Tuesday. Councilmember Montgomery's office says it's up to each individual member whether they will attend a meeting, and not everyone can attend at once to observe social distancing guidelines. The mayor's office issued a statement saying in part that the city has enacted several safety and cleaning protocols to protect employees from the coronavirus, such as installing hand sanitizer stations throughout city facilities, conducting temperature checks at all entries, requiring social distancing, and requiring employees to wear face masks. The city is committed to the safety of its facilities and will ensure that every individual gets the care and resources they need. At this point, the identity of the employee who tested positive is not being released for privacy reasons, but the city says everyone who may have come in contact with them has been notified. ABC 10 News did reach out to the other council members involved, but did not hear back. A city spokesperson says the chambers were immediately cleaned after learning of the positive test. Starting today, teachers and school staff can visit special COVID testing sites set up by the county. They're located in San Diego, Chula Vista, Del Mar, and El Cajon. No appointment is needed. The county is encouraging teachers and staff to contact their school for more information. The testing sites are set up in partnership with the San Diego County Office of Education. San Diego County Fire is also working with rural communities to test school staff.
Theme parks in California should be getting reopening guidance from the state very soon. A spokesperson for Governor Gavin Newsom and the State Department of Public Health said that guidelines will be issued this week. Theme parks in the state, they've been closed since mid-March because of the pandemic. Disney announced this week that 28,000 employees, as a result, would be laid off at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Disney officials placed part of the blame on Governor Newsom for failure to issue reopening guidelines for its Anaheim parks earlier. U.S. is now in its 28th straight week of historically high jobless claims, with new unemployment numbers out today. This as Congress continues its month-long stalemate, failing to compromise on an agreement for a second coronavirus relief bill after the last one expired in July.
Here we are on our knees. Their priorities are on partisanship, and it's a disgrace.
Each one of these is just kind of like, someone's American dream, someone's struggle, someone's future falling through the cracks.
In the meantime, over 40,000 airline workers woke up this morning without a job after federal funding ran out at midnight. A new stimulus bill would put money into airlines, help restore $600 federal unemployment benefits, and extend the Paycheck Protection Program to help small businesses. House Democrats are expected to vote on it today.
As we get closer to the November election, a new political ad is reminding homeowners of the devastation that wildfires bring. It's pushing a proposition it says will eliminate a, quote, tax penalty on homeowners whose homes burn down. ABC 10 News reporter John Horn is digging into the Yes on Prop 19 ad in our new segment called Truth Be Told.
It's nice. I have 3 kids and it's home.
Wayne Loomis does all he can to keep his Fallbrook home safe from wildfires. But just this week, he got a reminder that he lives in fire country when he saw smoke from Camp Pendleton.
We always have to get a good look, and as the Santa Ana winds are blowing, it just gets you scared.
So far, so good. But families that have lost their homes and bought new ones risk paying much higher property taxes.
Prop 19 limits.
California's Prop 19 promises to change that. That message communicated in this Yes on 19 ad, paid for largely by the California Association of Realtors and California Professional Firefighters.
It limits property taxes on wildfire victims so families can move to a replacement home without a tax penalty.
Truth be told, the proposition would allow homeowners who lose their homes in a wildfire or natural disaster to transfer their property tax base to their new home anywhere in California. That's important because in California, property tax bills are based on a home's value when it is purchased and only grows incrementally after. Buying a new home in this market could cause those bills to skyrocket.
I buy a new house, and when I get reassessed, I'm basically going to be charged a higher rate for using the same amount of square footage. So it is a penalty.
Truth be told, the benefit currently exists in California, but only in the county where the governor declared disaster happened or counties that accept transfers. John Horn, ABC 10 News.
The proposition calls for additional changes to property taxation and inheritance. We have a full explanation and links to the sources we used for this story on our website, 10news.com. And if a No on 19 campaign ad comes our way, we'll dive into that one as well.
Well, the Padres are trying to keep their postseason dreams alive as they go head-to-head with the Cardinals in Game 2. Our tennis reporter Anthony Pura is joining us from outside Petco Park, where just like Game 1, this one got ugly early, Anthony.
Steve, Padre fans were nervous headed into this game, although they were confident that the Padres could pull off the win. Now the Padres have fallen behind here in the early innings, and we haven't heard too much cheering or applauding coming from any of the bars here in downtown in the past few minutes, but a lot of Padre fans still holding out hope. There you go, we got some applause, so it sounds like something good happened for the Padres. Now, we were out here at Bub's at the ballpark, obviously not as packed as it would be typically during a playoff game of this magnitude. The pandemic playing a role in this playoff atmosphere. A lot of fans were expecting, hoping that the Padres would get off to a comfortable lead in the early innings. That's not the case right now, but fans still believe that the Padres can rally back.
We have plenty of game left, and I'm pretty confident that we gonna get this.
Oh, I'm confident. I mean, as long as the hitting starts, once that starts up, we're good to go. We're good to go. That's all we need.
Still nervous, you know. After yesterday, we need to get some runs.
So there is a lot of innings left here in this ball game, and we're going to stay out here and watch these games with the fans, and we'll touch in with you on later editions of 10 News. Reporting live in downtown, Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Anthony.